political show a emudo Mark Jerry any the torchlight ayese epono ene mpontre Mark Jerry OSEI AGYEMAN etnasi ewo the torchlight jumedi ewo neat 100.9 na wonim say ebona den mu ye wode I promise to be faithful and loyal to God. What's yet the torchlight jumedi ewo neat 100.9 Needs FM. What's yet the torchlight jumedi ewo neat 100.9 Wotie the Torchlight Jumedi ewo NIT 100.9.
And then you may so Yane Ghana for eba bedin komo. Yama Ghana for nyina akwaba. Jumedi ye friend Torchlight. Na Torchlight ye de brewe ye Benadan ya wede bia. Benadan ya wede bia se ne yetena sia ne ye ba bedwendwe ye ho. Ensema kodo an ekoso wo ye man Ghana mo. Said your man Ghana no enoma enko. Eya ne ade srede ne se oman ni beye yie na yensu yedie no ebia so ye so. Etiene san wokwana se bibi koso oman ni na ekoyie se woka. Se enkoyie so ete se woka. Na ya de atenetene ho ye mfiri oman ni mu ye nyina yetim. Etie de betenetene ho na ete sa ma bibi atumi akoso kama. Na na nwumre wukwa adwuma na adwuma mte sen. Wakwa ye adwuma de abo oman na se wo de wo pese mikumnya. O dwe wo nko an ho. Ena adakwa akwose na ade aba betena se. Ayo. Se ukwa bi de boa ye man a de beka ne se da ase. Se wakwa ne sanso na wakwa bia na biara nso ani nyina na yewom. Because so man say ye ma me no mienu. Se anye ye nso anye ye ma me no mienu. Ye nyina se be ye betimi akonka na adwendwen ho se bibia betimi akoyie. Midin de Jerry OSEI AGYEMAN. Jumedi friend Torchlight. Ye baba bedin komo. Enkomodie no ebi gina eye ye mampanyen code of conduct one launch eye 60 pages enu ne media na da manimi one launch etese ene no eye na soafo sa code of conduct yi wo mo de ba be ye adwuma na amamu no etimi akonkan na ye bisa se code of conduct ye adwuma e ba be ye Why the Bible say code of conduct and as well for you need so? Why the Bible say we know? It's a way idea a day in him. I ever dream home. And then enumerate a would 100.9. Nasa wish a hand say now I can't say many be a waha. I just say a man penny peso or children I saw for the say so me and somebody walk on my penny with the canada. Because your Becca, your who dear saw for the BC idea so no. O to for catching so much any year. I believe September now or inaugurate a year deputy ministers no. Or catch on so much any year. Now my crown my saw. Woman shani ye na woman ama eye tumi na woman ya no amfoforo mu nti ene ye say code of conduct ya ben asoafo ebetimi edi so na ama omampanyin edwuma nso akonkan edwuma ne konkan a ene ebeboa ama bibia etimi akoso na sa wo hwe ha or say public duty. The ministerial office is expected to be full-time occupation, in which the minister commits his or her full attention, time and energy to his or her ministerial duties. It is your ministry now, masa enya part-time job na wuchao. Ministry na ya can enya part-time job. Uye minister at any year, our code of conduct anymore. It is important to avoid situations where he or she gains remuneration or other benefit from information obtained solely by virtue of his or her office. Hence, the minister must A. Prevent and avoid any conflict of interest situation. Conflict of interest. I then awoya when it was said no pay so now yeah. Not engage in any private business, trade or commercial activity that has the potential of diverting his or her focus from his or her official duties or creating a conflict of interest situation. So na minister and I'm say wo ye minister wo education so ye wa sheda akwa kwoti adwuma na kwoti ye no an e tese wo di adwuma ho wo yire na director wo ma na egugu ase eno na e ka code of conduct ni mo na say be ya omode be ye adwuma na ye kan yo ye tie bo ye not be an overt or active partner in or owner of a business or service provided enterprise, which means that the minister must not participate in the day-to-day management or routine operations of any business enterprise, whether for profit or not. D. Not be an overt or active partner of owner any business or service providing enterprise with contracts with the government or his or her ministry to perform works that fall under his or her ministry's jurisdiction. Where the minister is a dormant or passive partner of a business or service providing enterprise that intends to engage with a government ministry, department or agency for profits, even if not the ministry, where the minister superintends over disclose his interest to the president. Inti masa so interest bi woman na say said the etienne hu bubon mo a president say bra na be disclose his interest in the factory no. Adan na code of conduct ni mo. The code of conduct in the normal umpa. Na se asoafo nyina ana obi a yede dwumade bi ahya ne nsa. Wo mu nyina se omu di so a na nka ye beko animo. Na se beye. But there should be some punitive measures o. So when this one e je be the no se be pam ne so nko tena fiana. Se ba se soafo bi eni so a. Adeni mo de. Okay. Also, the interest of family and personal friends. Family and friends and no. Public perception is a critical factor in maintaining trust and accountability in governance. A conflict may arise if a minister's family member or personal friend derives or is perceived to derive some personal, financial, or other benefit from a decision or action by the minister or the government. Hence, the minister must, when acting in his or her official capacity, exercise caution to avoid situation that provides some special benefit to a family member or a personal friend. It is family and friends are some code of conduct anymore. It is how you minister, and I say, we see you. What a baby or my penny, dear Juma Shonsa. Family and friends, and on my penny come on, or say, so you're careful. It is how we are to a year now, will baby and now, wouldn't you be an hour down for be, and baby. And now, you may be a person woody, and your official duty. I say this include, but is not limited to interceding on his or her behalf or in official matters or recommending them for government appointments or opportunities. Okay, it's we know. Said I can and yes, be a Wunia McJerry, and Mimi were a minia, and they were bear minia, were bear Mrs. Sia, send the idea of it to my recommend me. A McJerry fan cratabra. Now, position you are by bed or between so bit me. I just saw them continue holiday and they are hard, and I send the end when they are hard, yeah, you may you can see to me recommend a man for. No matter what you do, NBIO baby, it's an idea. Avoid participating in decision-making processes that directly affect his or her family members or personal friends. Now we a minister. What a decision about what would you be a ben when I'm so wakwa. Now you are taking such decisions. It's a winning in Anna Ababigu you. That's it. There is no more. I can't wait to your idea. Influence peddling. Influence peddling is the illegal practice of using one's position in government or leverage with persons in authority to obtain favors or preferential treatment from others, often in exchange for payment. The minister must refrain from influence peddling and must at all times uphold the integrity and credibility of government. Etianya say what the woo minister no, and I will see you be a wohono. What the why Jane say? And I'm to me a winning tenno. Yeah, and I would influence no ama. Aye. Yeah, you shall offer $20,000 a brand. I may your man Sabeka contract way. Ghana man penny that President John Dramani Mahama said, "Me country said, or the Asha code of conduct." And the president said, "We independent, yes, sir. You bend there, and as you be, you know." Okay, mamma, shall me pay baby a beer. Say nipan wine, yeah. Mamma, shall. I say discipline, diligence, and professionalism. The minister must act with diligence and integrity in performing his or her official functions. Refrain from deliberately misleading the public on any significant matter related to the official functions. Promptly correct or clarify any inadvertent errors or misconceptions. Ensure that his or her decisions, directives, and conduct in office do not encourage or induce other public officials, including public servants, to violate the law or disregard ethical codes. But I didn't. I hire gift to. I had a win here, pa. Achedie. Hey, I'm passing Suomo. 18 young crop for your Omo Abema, one bebrain hampers, and also JD and would have a code of conduct anymore. And then may share. Code of conduct in a normal home, yes, I give to no. Also, to avoid the creation or appearance of an obligations, gifts in cash or kind are not to be solicited or accepted from commercial enterprises or any other organizations. An exception to this rule is the acceptance of a gift presented during an official visit to an institution. Yes, I tell you, the exchange of gifts during official government visits is an accepted practice, and refusing such a gift may cause offense. I say the exchange of gifts during official government visits is an accepted practice, and refusing such a gift may cause offense. Such gifts are considered tokens of the office rather than personal endorsement for the matter. The minister must submit any gift received in Ghana or from overseas to the secretary to cabinet for appropriate display. Hey, so be better wadia the free amanone, and no be better wadia in the name of Ghana. And I'm so your minister. Would ya as how they call Honorable Julius Deborah office? Would ya minister as how they call one franc? Would you? I didn't know the plan. Also, where the minister wishes to retain gifts received, He may do so only if the estimated value does not exceed 20,000. Where the minister wishes to retain gifts received. Where the minister wishes to retain gifts received, he may do so only if the estimated value does not exceed 20,000. Say, one saka a gift to be a. Say, more 20,000 there. Let's say, and on the old best home. As you see, I'm about to chow 19,000. Me now for na more about me 19,000 bechawa. Over to me, I show bottom because I'm more 20,000. I'm more 20,000. Why? When the estimated value of the gift is more than 20,000, the minister may retain the gift during office, but must declare it to the cabinet in the interest of transparency. Some be chow 50,000 na. And let's talk about a year manpenny or appointed on a man. Upon leaving office, the minister must relinquish to cabinet any gift estimated to be worth over 20,000 unless the minister obtains the express permission of the president to retain it. In TAB and say gift no or manpenny na kase fadia and wafa. Hey. It's a minister so mobile side away. This is the idea in Amuka Ubio. This year, make us a minute, Minia Kuma Bako, or one man so. On the end check, the Bible any confirmation. Namo Yenso and Nama in the year. Ama Sama, chairman ni, and this so, chairman, Ama Sama, chairman, constituency chairman of the NDC. On this Oma Boni, the Moyan Fair Farman, and on the other comment time in here. Moyan Fair Namo Farmano. Aha, na. Oh, I ask more. But I didn't mean shut down punitive way be a woman. Are you sure, ma? Okay, my main call a year. A woman so man penning. A poor man time this is no bomb dino. Make us say me a minium kuma back on so near fan at top plans. At top plans no ye me serial caller. I will life FM. Time and I may hear you more life FM no. No ye me serial caller. Dear no you super your friend at top plans. Some catch some more serial callers now with no. More big men and women. So that's because depending on what shall say serial callers. No more serial calling son and then Yamedo Mababu baby or do. John Dallas and then all your corporate affairs manager. Ewo NIE. No your serial caller. Ewo kwa. Not Dallas your serial caller. No dear firma. The communications officer. A whole region, Eastern region. And nay Dallas or your corporate affairs, so NIA. It is serial calling you makasi na mu ye no. But contributions in a bien a pumping mo contribution is solid. It's a million year mubi or ha no almost head you mano. So that's here. It is serial calling million year. A top plans and nay wama to Abama say MC and where you kwa south. So one kwa south kwa say one the Dasuya district. Eti kwa south and prior son and pattern kwa wato plans and na wama to Abamani. So that's here. Eti amanya sem na ye would free baby na ba ne kakra kakra na ba bedru baby. So eti mo amoye serial calling dey bia na metumu fo say mo nkrofo ni bia na mo say adwuma no. Mutu am fo say Jerry say wo munya isa ade no. Because serial calling me I just say mo ya me priority. Ye no ma na ye adwuma no. Na mumu bi no e de adwuma no ba form sa na enye fe eti amanyoni bi kasa cross so wonim say mon crofo wo mo ba e program so mutimi kasa o Jerry college in the jaw na my kasa fa college na time my am just wo mo hu hia me pa eti memo mo so abaso bi so eti wo hye his excellency JDM wabobo emabunu DCC kwahwe emabunu bebre ba ko na ba be interview ni na now do Kings. Ebuakwa South on waboni din wo ha by next week won be confirm no. Na me kwakwati a say zongo fo bi say wo mu nim no ne ade. I mean what is really going on. Okay, some friend man friend na do ma me na we fra man so. So that's here. Enti well eno man amanya sem ne ye ne kakra o. We di free baby na de ba wanim sa na je wo de fo a na bibia ekoso kama na bibi ekoso. So that's it. All right, yankwe animina na bigusu are making kai code of conduct no. And no man wo ma de hunhia bia ye betime akenka mo kakra. Mamisho asia hana. Asia mi hu we bi wa ha. It is on achade no ultimate ni achade sa akeko. The title is achade no buru 20,000 da. Aha. Baby am pen me hu no. Ose measures against violation. Aha. So wo fuma ade na ede yo. If a minister engages in conduct that prima facie constitutes a breach of any rule in this handbook, the president shall determine at his or her discretion the course of action that should be taken. It is just my opinion, no, Baba. My opinion, no, or no, I be the power and the discretional powers. It's a wakwa achedi more than 20,000. One more man penny amane. One kwankobo a cabinet secretary amane. Hey, Debbie, your friend saying, yes, cabinet secretary amane. Oh problem. Oh problem. Or say such actions may include, but are not limited to requiring the minister to render an apology, which may be public, imposing a formal reprimand, requesting the minister's resignation, suspending the minister, or terminating his appointment. Also, such actions may include, but they are not limited to requiring the minister to render an apology, or my minister in particular, imposing a formal reprimand, there be requesting the minister's resignation, there be suspending the minister, or terminating his appointment. Hey, I'm penny Hanman challenge as you. And I'm to Brobanazi. It's a OSHA punitive measures and Emmy and be pill. Emmy and be penny waha. And crata baby being in no. So Ubuswa. Okay. And another week is on my own. All right. So it measures against violation. If a minister engages in conduct that prima facie constitutes a breach of any rule in this handbook, the president shall determine at his or her discretion and the course of action that should be taken. Such actions may include, but are not limited to requiring the minister to render an apology, which may be public, imposing a formal reprimand, requesting the minister's resignation, suspending the minister, or terminating his appointment. Into just a code of conduct, a normal kakra, normal the also, but maybe a access declaration, no so my mention. Now making kind of and farm mouth for me who waha assets declaration. Assets declaration. Aye. Assets declaration. And then I know my penny say by your china. So won't me declare one set, sir. And the bacho or challenge. Or challenge. Okay. All right, how you need 100.9. It's a code of conduct here, and Babetina say William Sangwa Bebaha, you're member of the MPP National Communication Team, Nana Ujaba. Ujaba so Bebaha, and also a member of the NDC, National Communication Bureau. See, on Beba Nature say, you didn't come money, I share. So, code of conduct, fire Ebefaso, na aye juma, especially the sanctions. Sanctions, I said, you move said, oh, mamio. And, okay. Collective ministerial responsibility. Ministers are collectively responsible for implementing government policies as determined by cabinet. Ministers must understand that the collective decisions of cabinet are binding on them individually. When a minister publicly challenges, rejects, or is unable to support a cabinet decision, he or she must resign from his or her position. Hey! It's not just our cabinet and it is our challenging decision. Be I didn't so no maybe a style people. Hey. Ministers must ensure that they, along with the officials including civil servants, maintain the confidentiality and security of cabinet business and government documents. Na we no say hey a woman dia. Another Dr. Baumiaka say E11 non peneso collective decision to know to me about because at the end on peneso because how also where a minister publicly challenges, rejects, or is unable to support a cabinet decision, he or she must resign. Internet says, oh, your minister, na cabinet take a decision. Say, young fan say, cabinet say, yeah, the E11 ba, was it there be 1 penny? Immediately, you have to resign from your position. Hey, Masa, adia mumi en penkin kan you. Ni won no ma wo mu yie pa. It's a code of conduct na me bie no ma ne bi so dia kire wo no. Also. Okay. Enti ensamene bi ena ye bobo so no. Mame kwa amane so mene eye Nana Ado Akins. Oye nominee MC Yawebu Akwa South. Nana Ado Akins na osan parliamentary candidate. Yawebu Akwa South wa NDC demo. Nana Ado Akins yamwajo. Hello. Hello. Okay. Ejo for the meba. Ejo we mama na. Wait, doesn't sound here.
Many of you have not seen the code of conduct yet. Don't have a heart attack when you receive your copy. Ministers of State, Deputy Ministers, members of the Council of State, presidential staffers, head of agencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. In my 120-day social contract with the people of Ghana, I pledged to restore discipline, integrity, and accountability into our governance. Today, we're taking an important step towards fulfilling that promise with the official launch of the Code of Conduct for political appointees. This code represents a bold declaration of the standards we must uphold as servants of the public. It reflects our commitment to build a government that is ethical, responsive, and worthy of the people's trust. Let me be clear. This document is not a ceremonial one. It is a living and enforceable framework that outlines what is expected of every individual appointed under this administration. Though the document often uses the term minister, it applies broadly to deputy ministers as well, to presidential staffers, to chief executive officers and their deputies, to members of the Council of State, to board members, and other political appointees within the executive arm of government. And I include myself. It applies to my vice president, myself, the president, the chief of staff, the executive secretary, all advisors. All of us are bound by this code of conduct. This is a government of shared responsibility, and there will be no sacred cows. Why do we need a code of conduct? Because we must build a new political culture, one that is rooted in transparency, humility, and ethical leadership. Ghanaians deserve leaders who serve with honor and put the public interest ahead of their personal gain. This code is designed to guide our actions and decision-making and to make clear the consequences that will happen when we fall short.
100.9 FM.
Now let me highlight a few key principles and provisions of the code. All political appointees must serve the public with integrity and impartiality, must place the national interest above their personal interest, must avoid misuse of office or state resources, must declare and manage any potential conflict of interest, must eschew opulence, be accountable for every cedi or public money you spend, and be humble in service, measured in language, and respectful to citizens at all times. You are not in office to wield power. You are here to serve the people of Ghana. The second is conflict of interest. Any situation that creates a conflict between your personal interest and your official duties must be avoided or disclosed. This includes holding stakes in companies that deal with government or with your ministries, using insider knowledge for your personal benefit, awarding contracts to entities that are connected to yourself or your close family. If you're a dormant partner in any business engaging with the government, even outside your ministry, you must disclose it in writing to this office. Not through a telephone call, not through a relative. You must submit an official declaration. Failure to do so will result in disciplinary action. Number 3, interest of friends and family. Public perception matters. You must avoid making decisions that benefit your relatives or your close friends. You must not recommend them for contracts or appointments. If your actions give even the appearance of bias, you compromise the integrity of your office.
100.9 FM.
Number 4, gifts and hampers. We all know our cultural fondness for gifts, but we must now draw a clear line between appreciation and influence. Appointees are prohibited from accepting gifts or favors, especially from companies or individuals with interest in governmental decisions. If a gift is received during an official engagement and its estimated value exceeds 20,000 Ghana cedis, it must be declared. And upon leaving office, the gift must be surrendered unless expressly permitted to retain it by the president. As for hampers and gift items, no government funds, including internally generated funds, are to be used to purchase or distribute hampers. The only exception is modest gifts to staff as a reward for excellence or retirement. For government entities that must distribute hampers or gifts as part of their corporate commercial policy, express permission for the budgeted expenditure must be received from the Office of the Chief of Staff. Ministerial travel. All official or unofficial travel outside Ghana must receive, and the word is prior approval, from the Chief of Staff's office. And after each official trip, a report must be submitted on the trip, and any impressed retired within 14 days after your return. Where government is footing the bill, the trip must be necessary, it must be budgeted for, and aligned with national priorities. Retroactive approvals will no longer be entertained. Prohibition on purchasing state assets. No political appointee under this administration is permitted to purchase state assets, whether land, vehicles, shares, or buildings, directly or indirectly.
100.9.
If you attempt to do so and you are found out, your appointment will be terminated. We are here to protect the national interest, not to help ourselves to the national purse. Sanctions for violation. The code sets out consequences for breach, public apology, from public apology to reprimand, to suspension, to resignation, or ultimately termination. Let me assure you that these sanctions are not cosmetic, they will be enforced. And I will not hesitate to act firmly and decisively, no matter who is involved.
Enti abusia Ghana man panyin na oguso a code of conduct na no na oyemu adwuma e dia maye no. Eti dia mege kan na eti wo hwe hampers na obehwe ayan na asoafo isi osunom ne ade eno kan no se ade na use the word minister but I say minister pe o PDC crowd count. Ministers must not use government funds to purchase gifts, including hampers, whether during festive occasions or the other times, unless the gifts are for selected members of their staff in reward of excellence exhibited in the workplace or as an end of service benefit. For the avoidance of doubt, government funds include internally generated funds. For government entities, obey a hamper, we a minister. For bottom seeker, fire hamper, now the be a breme. So that's here. Obi becha 15,000 in there, in route 20,000. Etu bo abo anu na de bia hampers na de aba becha no de yen bisa okay. For government entities that must distribute hampers as part of their corporate commercial policy, express written permission for the budgeted expenditure must be received from the office of the Chief of Staff. As you been more than no man, so much to be bibi kakra. With the banisa, et say, Mokobo, a your man penny, utro, kratau, and your telephone call, hello, JDM. Oh, His Excellency. Hello, Echi. Debbie. Massa, you have to write. Don't remember culture. Nano Jaba, a member of the NDC Communication Bureau. Nano Jaba is saying,
me are playing me now, way.
Mado Mokoro. I'm a question crack.
Akaka NDC amanyukumu ekoboko bibia
na Asante Radio so MDC is listening about.
Listen about nyumre ejebo anyabiju.
Asante Radio dia da no etiefo na muntie. Asante Radio dia na aba no. Etu Asante man terminal with DC. Wo pedo man panyin bebo ni din a na mebe oboso a kire we. Ahafuano North Akwasi Edusei. Ahafuano South East Ibrahim Yamba Nelson Isaka. Ahafuano Southwest Abubakar Sadiq. Achuma Webiaja North Mba Zakaria Alembila. Achuma Webiaja South Wisdom Oseibuama. Amansia South Benjamin Mafu. Amansia West Menu Prince Morris. Bekwai Salifu Isaka. Offenso South Franco Usuamua. Offenso North Caesar Achampon of Fusu.
Mediano no.
So Okoin's Offenso North, Caesar near there.
On the parliamentary can work company no.
As a
I would deserve manabroso.
Okay. Ejra Sechere Duma say Rafiu Adam Seidu. Sechere South Evans Amuchu Messi. It didn't sound me very well, pal. Asante Achem Central, Ebenezer Eko Eidu. Kumau, Kwesiamankwa. Kwesiamankwa, the boss will be near friend Kwesiamankwa, no year Juma or Garden City, no GBC. Setra Central, Samuel Somoa. Setra Front Place, Abubakar Isaka. And Setra East, Ibrahim Adams. Kwabri East, Joseph Mankwa. Jabbing, the constituency. Eunice or Hinawa Ansu. Yeah, Eunice, the honorary parliamentary candidate in so. Ejoso, Jerin Asante. Hey. Odo Tobiri. Kaitama, go school name or Adam for me a friend Jerin. Somebody Jerin and Tina Jerin. Jerin, so I didn't pay once and pa. Odo Tobiri, Emmanuel Obia German. Asante Achem no Sarah Mwakuma. Asante Achem South, Mame Safua Apia. Bosomche Abdullahi Hamidu. Efijakwa Abede North, Emmanuel Jackson Aguma. Okay. And Efijakwa Abede South, Pearl Patricia Ankra. Honestly, no. Adanse North here, Charles Kofi Ogbe. Adanse South, Onheneba Kwabena Ando. Adanse Asokwa, Albert Dakura. Bosome from Charles Apia Kubi. Obuase West, Fostilave Apia Kenin.
Apia Kenny.
No zone no. Fostilave. And they did a romantic vow. Fostilave. Obuase East, eye Ajowu Kofi William. Achema kwa ma Grace Ajemana Samoa. Asokwa Amo Kemel.
Kamel.
Adansia Krofum, Gareba Mohammed Mustafa. Kwada so Eric Esibe. Swame Owusu Ansa Frank. Tafo Abubakar Sadiq. Ofori Krum. And Wal Sadat Ahmed. Asokwari Mampong. Ben Abdallah Al Hassan. And away Mampong there now. 1 year demonstration. Mampong one year. Asante Mampong.
Now I Dr. Frank Amakohene you know PC first time no.
But once a woman say woman ya intel. So man penny bebo obi din. So woman your yechere pa I didn't yam beto so woman your yechere. Asante Mampong mention crown friend saying. Okay, me ba be hwe. I'm say ho no yeah. Oh. Okay, me hwe na me pass Asante Mampong mention no. It's Asante region, the anu so about to Jordan. Ojawa, I'm on baby.
Sina me Joshua man for some pe link nti.
Okay, mata me the best do. Okay. Ojawa code of conduct on man penyin e dia tudwa me boroboro so. E betima ye adwuma na ye adwuma so e dia na ye expecting from free.
Me fa kwanya we so na me ntia o mo majibre no mutie. Ofenso north and they are asem there. In fact, expectation ana ye expecting no.
Enwana
abam. You see, they be amene nkofo bibebe di nkomo se. Ye adwuma ye party adwuma de. But there are some things you cannot take it away. Your nkofo be o ma bread within the party. Yes, obi a bread here. But obi a contest seat so MP for twice there. I think the one way or the other would deserve say the constituency and district nation sir. Into yada President Mahama say yada local government ministry so yada omase ni yada national chairman any committee so a omo power ye no so no yada omo so ase wo due diligent a omo ye. In fact obi a the position na man e bia no I believe say nipa no betima ye adwuma no elenti na e dia ma no. But there is one thing that I want to say. Magia adwuma wi a ye dia ma wo no ya mfa ma wo say ye obutoma de. It is what the babe ye say what the be ye de wan kasa wo pe. E de ababe intimidating kofo abe disrespecting kofo a trust me President Mama obi change you enti no nyame adoma me sorry ya na message ya mu hwam kama e kwa ma wona bu season of so champion na ade ba ko na message before say me wa topic no message say onka district ni mbom onka constituency ni mbom onka party ni mbom na yempre development mpuntuo ene ma papa e de offense of be ko nanim going forward na you say your home your farming community e hyehyɛ na opese wo de ba be DMP na ye kruche gu krata so na ntimi amamu no wa be MC na obetima masa de nyina ntimi abamu ye mmo amabu na mabu nya adwumanye in fact ye ne e won kran ha no mageri the rate at which nkofo frɛ no say madaro mo offense no for honorable Caesar aba nti say course no nyina amonda ete nkɔ ne ho ha amonda ete nkɔ honorable Caesar ho enwuma ne ba be ba mo bia so anya de anya bia ye nti offense no for ya ti asem de mo amoka won so mo anya no so no better luck next time. We are expecting say in the upcoming days an appointment akano President Mama ne the appointing authority so be hwem anim na ya pe bi dia mo bia na going forward bia de to me moving forward nti ya da obi bia ase empire obi aboy a yenua Caesar eni so ade hu na ya hwehwe no nyina atimi abom ena anti adoma se wo mfrefrem bi da kro frem be 50 times obeka se me kwa na me MC no and they say bibia da boko minua code of ethics and the conduct. You see, Sanya we are President Mahama. I can't want to because of yes, we are resetting the country, building the Ghana we want together. Magia is over Kaya. Economy President Kufuor Dijaye was in tatters. Economy President Kufuor Dijaye enye economy sebi na ebetimi de oman Ghana ejina yi ebetimi de oman Ghana akonenim unlike 2016 ye fra Bank of Ghana report ebede di say NDC aban eja robust economy eno na people begina so ede ye omone ma omutimi de ye Magari enhyehyɛ President Muhammad agu akwan mu nyina ya ade a because of economic stability, because of transparency, because of accountability, because of say ye nyina ye betime die hu ni na integrity ebeba na mamu papa aban no hye papa betima ye adwuma. President Muhammad set a record straight. Obekaya declaration of asset. President Muhammad ni di kan and will declare ni de in camera live tell him obi ehun say ejapade a wo ansa na obeye mampanyini no oda na dia mu obi ehun. And recently I heard from news and from President Mama a lot of people are enkofo be and declare almost state of asset. Na many lecturer be din komo Dr. Zak no work say obese President Mama demonstrate leadership ema ye hunu sa ampa oka oyo anche bia na President Mama be kan wasem say wa un declare state of asset bia no unya salary for 4 months e de kwakoma Mahama care for de kwakotuma ma
unya salary for 3 months.
For 3 months.
Yeah.
Okay. I stand to be correct for 3 months.
For 3 months, the woman say automatically no beyond the 1 month salary.
Echo. And when declaring the four. Okay. Yeah. That means the news and what Kwacho Fusu from the presidency they buy, you know, there's nothing wrong with it. Correct.
And who say there were conflicting reports.
Okay.
From Shamima, from Kwacho Fusu. But maybe who say ya the crow. If only you have the understanding.
Okay.
Because president says when declare. Oh, then 4 months. 4 months because automatic. But can when the 1 month to bear the co. Now, asset declaration it by your channel when we dear a 3 months salary. Oh no, Betty. That is how it is.
And I think that was set a record on street 7th and 8th. One declare be an automatically one cast what is missing from your post. I think let's respect the president and the order. If you are ready to serve there, let's make sure say you be the marana or the amaye so. Baba, you see, adia bakwa President Mama kan wasama mani age ho paaye. How na President Kufuor don Crawford na omutu kwan. And I'm very happy say Ministry of Foreign Affairs dia ba say diplomatic passport and that kind of your akwanya see you kwan say the EPBA has been cancelled. I don't know if you have seen the report. We are making sure say you be save sika for the country. We are making sure, say, you protect the purse. We are making sure, say, integrity, SSA or manga nenya, na mamu we say, no, you be protected. A lot of people are receiving gifts from Nkofwa. You who say, one way or the other, I believe say a bribe. But President Mama set a record street, or says will be Echawadia. This is kind of more
20,000.
That means you have to declare. It's kind of bro 20,000. You have to declare. Because Mr. Jerry said, "Obi no ba ebia ya order contract. Now will be banner or be tender for the contract. Now you who say will be as see the contract in massa any per year. When say most of the ministers and the directors na appointees no, and kofobi etimi jisika wo actually na yaka so yemfa ayi no be de ne Mark Jerry. Yes, so at the end of the day, yes, so a gift in the pande breme. And it's already a present mama will be a channel. Cast me, you know. Also, what done the amount the state. What done the amount the pool and say, young fan your mind Ghana Japadi. Obaka Manasa as will a report to be in 2016.
Now the Ford expedition.
That is it. But Obakaya, after such a report in the good present mama and you must sing in then time na can impony present mama ho. Na can impoya diano diama. Presidency President Kufuor ko yi anu na no mudo munuane e no munsu no made nyina gum. He has said the record straight. Cars here, they be chair no. Either it is a gift or whatever, or they must state, you know, and or qua on fanko. This is the president that we are talking about. So we are expecting, say, going forward, we are minister, we are director general, we are civil servant, a debut will be the in the form of gift, Biano. For purpose of clarification, more will be a who say, men and us a food jabba, I idea when will be the babacham. Now, Mampany, you do another and more 20,000 said your kind, will be about 15,000. Into you the other, but really be a Miancasa media. Sabru 20,000, said the bay and uncle for honey, money, and you go by any messenger. Mampany declare no be a hunu. Ebio, a month for you to quiet foreign trips and yard day, now month for GP, dear Macassia. Recently, reported by his Chief Justice. And then in call for ne Nikunu ne ba, ne spouse to quiet. Per diem scared them on Munis. But it's against the Judicial Council. Omumra, so who to quiet necessary official trip as someone who security in Kwan head echo. These are some of the things that President American wants them say. Untimin for open to quiet be our pay. This is a chief of staff of our coin. So now we are going to save a lot of money when it comes to trips. Magari said, I did real President Mama Dia, but the cham supporting say. You see, I mentioned what the President Kufuor at the time. Minister for Gender, Sarah Josafo, Obekaya, Ojani post to one of Mukokotana Bruchiri for more than 4 months. No shall Bruchiri. Now or dada and who dada and a talk. Every who TikTok. Then time a minister.
And now so review TikTok.
Oh, that's what she was doing. And for public it will be any. But what we are saying is that President Mama de Shefufra Basse, we a minister. Ultimately to quiet wa bra chief of staff from our quiet. Say we be too quiet. You go to chief of staff. Oh, bia me Mark Jerry, me be say me too quiet. Purpose be nti na we too quiet. Oh, bia me yere kwa untimi ko gya no. Si ehwem na o yere kwa wo na say nyansa kwan. Ana say nyansa wo say Mark Jerry ti we na say o yere kwa untu ko gya na. Ya ma kwan na akọ. Say the be ya wo bia ntimi nya kwan tu kwan basa ense Ghana yesika. Yeso kwa ya hampe so a yede. Wa for wa obutu miska.
Fire.
Uwi asaya dey. Kakra kro be ka chi ko tim sa dey, utim sa bro man ni bi. This is the first time aban bi aba. You see, President Mama first time so baka ya. O take some of the salaries from the MPs and the ministers.
For chip compound.
That is it. And the second time he is doing it again. I'm not surprised say.
But later yet they say control anti-TB. That was what we heard.
Oh, that was a rumor. That was a rumor.
Yes, that was.
But this time around, but sir, Magari, so Mr. President Mama ask him say, what the 6 month salary? And Mahamake, and support it for the chronic disease and the center na you know. And these are some of the leadership I can want more. It's not about the arrogance and whatever that people are saying. Is President Kufuor, President Mama is different from President Kufuor. Oh ya hampesa yes wan kasa fa obutu miska ye untimi ntu kwan se de opebia untimi nje gift ya bro 20,000 wa bra o me declare fan kire ye declare your state asset ni hu ajapade a owo yehu a oba be di minister oba be di director oba be whatever position that you are occupying oba na se na bottle we na wa me yehu se bottle we na wo at the end of the day anko we se kwabena dubu ahen. It is alleged say mami let me put it that way. That's what I'm saying. Yes, it's alleged say we sisi fi ahodo bebrebe and me I support say after the investigation say ye wie na fi na we sisi no sika na ye say akogogu na account ma ono akasa wodo contract ama na hono one ye nyi sika no two ye yeli no three dan na ye mfa mo man no state asset ye mfa man kofo no mo han ye mfa man kofo no mo ndam ye mfa man government appointees wa ban free so anu watu afrim na anko. And again President Mama is saying say we a government appointee under the tenure untimi nto aban asase. There was a report to be a Sylvester Tete, Deputy Minister for Information. English among from my asase for 200 million. And now abaya japa di abaya asase a fear ya bind there and a government appointees from far left right center. I say we don't have to move. So President Mama say so we are appointee. So we no need to me asha wonsa upon the constitution to me the amount only be the amount say kwaya adwuma either the article 79 article 76 whatever be yes say untimi nto o man japade. President Kufuor time people were grabbing lands left right center at a cheaper cost, but President Mama say we a government appointee untimi nto aban japade o man Ghana mu ha sa aban bia ba no so say Mageri yan ton ajapade a aban wo de a me na safo me pacho da chiam so be minister no me ba am so me ndey you go minister no so ese me dibi ese me di CEO ni bi e time come nyame ya adoma betima duru mi so owu a me fa ya me so me tie me nyanwi ye be ye adwumadene se aban no be koso atena. Enti President Mama is protecting the public purse. President Mama is protecting the property. That's the reason why I swear ina wo say wo be bo nipa enkwa ene japade ho ban e wo man Ghana mu a meboa. So the president is protecting whatever that we have in Ghana here. Enti untimi nye minister na wankasa director general whoever that you are serving under this government no wankasa wasa or do contract dem wankasa ho say the kwabena dubu ahen aye ni bi no. That's not what is going to happen. So President Mama say san hye we nyina ye di gu akwam and you see ministers no enhye President Mama aye e dia to wonom na e ya ade a me manage ho a me ka ho asem ne say Mageri say ya anye sa ade no na se ye gyae say obi aba ade yes ye ton e de ama MPs ye ton e de ama ministers around the day ye be wie no ma ton fofofo aban asase we hear a lot of exposés ablakwa honorable minister for foreign affairs ya na kire say some places be a President Kufuor even baby na asase radio it's alleged. Let me put it in that place. It's alleged kwa say aban asase by the end of the day ye ton ma President Kufuor na busuafo e mo de honum be a radio station. So this government is putting up a structure and she said papa ye japade a ye wo man Ghana mu ha no ye be bo ho ban no obi antimi amfa ne sanya de anka enti san hye we de menua esese ye nyina yesom judiciary for so ye won hye da ho on say our judges for so no omo ba bi omo te omo won hye ya omo so no e bo omo ho ban. So the president is making sure say emolument bi esese ye de ma judges accommodation be said the man judges be no we give it to them, but you cannot go on trip, you cannot go on official trip what they on cronies what they spouse and on call for beko it's in breach of constitution. That's not what is going to happen. So president say a judge for more of fan who die Nelson so no because of some more of fan who doesn't mean say mo bet my head be am yede mo pe enti maame toko nu tukwan ode ne kunu ode ne ba ode omo tukwan wa ba man Ghana ka. So the president is making sure say we are going to stick to whatever the constitution is saying, making sure say who tukwan on security nkwan na beko say on official trip na wo kone say wo so wo boyfriend kwa be di ochi a sabi obi enu obesi ukwan but ade ye official trip at the expense of the Ghana yen taxpayers money there. We have to make sure say sa code of ethics ya president Mama Diaba no ebe ya ade ebe ye bambo kese na ebe so ye nyina ye mu.
Now, why not ensure the implementation process?
there's a checks and balance. People are doing oversight responsibilities. And the judiciary, they have their rules. So recently, judicial report by and in the response of mami to konu di ode by no admit say ampa otu kwan na kontu otu yeso wode ne bakoy wode ni kunu koy in her own statement. So there's a checks and balance. But trust me, I think the Attorney General, who is in charge of the Article 88 and the prosecutorial power, may one way or the other, I think he will deal with that issue. But as time goes on, we are aware, say, President Yabanon Kwade, are there the ministers, the MPs, the appointees there? I'm not sure, say, based on Attorney General. The oversight responsibility, a lot of people
ensure the implementation of
it. The implementation will come. But the oversight responsibility American wants and Parliament will ever make sure say embrace their benefits and uncle for so. I think the judicial system will make sure because the MPs legislators they are in. So the oversight responsibility American wants most of the MPs are doing a lot of work. For example, the new black way. You may be answering and said we are Attorney General. But because of the checks and balance, he's doing a lot of marvelous. Office of the Special Prosecutor or see ya chill say sebi akoya hampers na dia ban sika na akoya ye beti ma so yen safro ya oba boy am investigation. Attorney General ehu bibi one aban lawyer payini because idea way is coming from the presidency, it's coming from the government. So whatever is coming from the presidency and the government, I think say one way or the other it falls under the Article 88 and the office of the Attorney General, making sure say McJ is also so a minister, so a MP, so a public official be na say who breach this conduct, this code of ethics. I think the Attorney General wakwenya say e betwe akwako dina mra no, making sure say the president mama kan ye no ye be ma mra etima ye adwuma pepepe e wo man Ghana mu ase. Okay,
higher need 100.9 na no jaba and the committee bisa said this code of conduct ya yi bi ya send ya bie na so the amount wo sha saying na ebesi fa ye adwuma aboa to ensure good governance. Nemum enkwankwa say ya launch ade na sa keke. But ye be say ya launch na etimi aye adwuma yie na abo oman no. That is most important, yeah.
But yeah, you see, policy bia ana directives bia binding baby no.
Yeah.
You make sure say you wo ho enhye papa. Asa na ye dia ba. Also, President Mahabelanche, and a lot of people were asking me, a lot of argument on radio say, Link be any hot, ye knew Sika be any and me be a budget to much reno. Sika ya locate, see and finance out project. But also there's no link. But President Mama about Ben now say, I beg Chere, and she shall would go about the code and the ethics and the it's also you say, I buy up one. But as I'm saying, and ya adibia can say a lanche. And ya dear Biaka say ye budini. The present mama that I know, or can't or ye, or see or yo. Magay, trust me, whoever breached this code of ethics, trust me, say President Mama Emmanuel Fanundi. We are running a lean government. And go for baby if you are master appointment no munye view. That's the reason why Julius Zebra can't say chief of staff can't say. A brow her President Mama, friend, that means you are losing your job. But say we maneuver one kasa we now go hu obeka to say go and see Julius. So obia making sure say we are President Mama Diaba no. Breach this code. And she papa we are Diaba breach because we are making sure you will save a lot of money in the system. And this say be ya makwa we minister on for girls in for girls in play mu.
Now
and two kwan say dey ope bia and you when say dey ope bia o. We are protecting the public purse.
Oga dey no kwa ma for we chire.
Yeah, makwa now your director general was sa guess ye guka mu. Now mo risky body ope. Yeah, man for Ghana is carry me ye ope. Because President Kufuor must say economy, no must say my Ghana. President Mama is making sure that we reset the country, building the Ghana we want together. So Sanche Papa we are here by Jerry is going to save us a lot of money. And it's how they also oh, we a minister, we a MP. What also are down for the President Mama, they be out coffee and you couldn't come only close. But trust me, who breach this conductor? Young communicators square about radio square, we are not going to allow. Because by now, we a minister, yes, what point Juma, who called you, Bianca, so I'm going to by yen ye baba tahan mababe defend 24/7. Oh Mahame defend you. enti hu fa girl said na bi modern nkofo ko trip basa no
omo de nkofo be na ko trip
oh na sem people for name so no mutu kwan left right mutu kwan basa o man Ghana mu ha
na omo tu
na ma chiro bi me say adwo asafo kwa kwatena bochi oja ministry kwatena bochi
adwo asafo abrochi okokotena ye no na nipemu a ne die na okokotena okay
nipemu ba no ye minister
na owo
no ye minister you cannot leave your post and go and stay outside you a minister but president mama say you a minister what him to come abroad chief of staff ma kwan one of them she say papa president mama dia ba mani je ho pa no me say majeri wo say wo yere ko wo America wo be say wo koja wo yere e wo America dia no problem ko bo chief of staff amane wo ko na sa so kan nyansa wo mani ama kwan na ko tamana ye pass e-levy
yeah
it took the intervention of Japan any some of the MP says so mo flight ekofo bi fra brochi do mo ba because they wanted to pass the government business. It's not because no more to kwan no me no my Ghana ma but so my Ghana ma and you see one of the leadership of parliament manage ho ya dafian because I was part of those now mo can say I like how he is his posture and how OSEI AGYEMAN parliament or Yemen position at the front of the bench. And trust me, he is going to make sure that he obey people in line. Where Kwamna don't call last hour, you better to levy your boss or whatever. I stand to be quite last hour na Kwamna don't come by. To understand that, yenya obi anu wanya MP so oni adwo asafo say em ye kuku ni ko si parliament mo ko to aba.
I know.
You think say parliament so mo ye hwehwemu dia so oni
asafo say dey ahwan.
Wo say ono a.
Oso ono a. Adwasaf confirm so ono. And
well,
honorable Kujeto Ablakwa me interview no ha. Because me na me keen interest. I was asking me mo. Me interview no ha. I'm honorable Kujeto him say one me take the matter up. Ama ya to ababy say mo kura na maba aban mu. Saa de we. Ye ntimi ehu adwasafo aba be claim o ye ne radio to waka say.
Say ono a.
Say ono a. Na that abre no wa wonti no ayekese.
Okay. So yeah ma kwan ma appointees ene nkofo ntu kwan sha do mo pe. Yeah ma kwan o girls na do mbetu kwan wan kasa wo butum ska ene obi amfa ho. But say wo tu kwan outside the country kwa no is going to be granted by the chief of staff. Because I see it on my Ghana man you so man no. Yes she on my Ghana ni ye. So ko ne emu akwanya se tu kwan a ma je ye the time to so ama.
But we mame en kai baby a me kan ya. Nor can a collective cabinet decision. What you say you can't challenge cabinet decision. About bonting a cabinet take a decision collectively. Na obe challenge it. A banisana, they just say as all the way you my idea for the tour.
Say why Kokwana Zidua Bruni. Na 60 ministers, right? Send you behind a cabinet meeting. I think the deputy ministers they don't form part in the cabinet meeting, right? And he said, you have 30
ministers name substantively crown and yet
woman.
Because cabinet consisted of 19.
It is a form a cabinet committee. And as a cabinet committee at Tennessee. Now you taking decisions and Yame Adoma. What's not President Mama did you say be basse a tour. A to be ye de free ho. Ni na agiatum. Now Nkwa was say, we trade minister, Nkwa also a finance minister. Now after the meeting, Uba wanting publicly ever challenge the cabinet decision there. That means what me and Yaduma.
And to one will say, then some of us, maybe then tell me the way about because me kind of wow. You know, yeah, analysis. Some of us, I can say. Ebra Dr. Mahmoud Baumia or can say e-levy na on peneso. I personally one of the engagements let me be sano. Say now one peneso now to idea word keyword no use you know. And na His Excellency John Dramani Mahama we use go code of conduct team. Say a collective decision. And for that matter, on to me being the vice president to come out, say Obabe speak against it. Who you see the Tiana?
So a collective decision cannot be reversed by vice president.
JDM Crown admit it. Say to some level, decision be or her that person can't come out. So public Liberal cabinet taking the ones away and what's under 2.
So do you have to?
And what the year?
So Jerry,
not as a politics and no money. We should admit it.
So do you have to?
There will be a car.
Do you have
people
to?
will challenge us.
You say, admittedly, in the first place, Dr. Baumia di kanji to say, he live in India. Here for, and think and say your makwama yedeba. Another day, John Ward is all. Dr. Baumia Kraji to Gideon Walker, so Dr. Baumia Kraft support it. So we are asking, say, is it because we call cabinet meeting or can be before? Now, Babon, now, can be before Frana.
About what Dr. Baumia say, he was against the implementation of 11. Yes.
But Baumia,
a basic day now, we're free one Baba. This
time around, President Mama is saying, say, he's not going to allow
President
anyone.
Mama, Eddie sent the code of conduct.
That is it, what they are saying. Because some persons are the BBC. But there wasn't any code of conduct say, wow, I'll be speaking against cabinet decision, you take it out. Or you take it, you may take you out. Was there any code of conduct under President Kufuor say, wow, because against cabinet decision, you? No. But this time around, the President Mama setting record straight. Was it say, yen social democrat yen hihye NDC aban na yesi the ABCD ba na say one personal ba bontene be challenger. That means when you share the same idea, you have to go and sit somewhere. But President Akufo-Addo don't code of conduct and ethics in one bia masse wa be sori tia hihye bia cabinet de be be US in chain. So we were expecting Dr. Baumia so betima ba bontene be ka say me Dr. Baumia me pini yi levy so. Afia to be we onya 38.2% na say oh you live in a Ghana form pay, MPP form pay, yentie. Domestic debt exchange program, Ghana form pay, yentie. Nay arrogance, nay we know. But this time around, President Mama and who say, Adia A, B, C, D, up to Z, on poor number, which is a Uyabia. He will take you out. But President Kufuor and Kabibia say, so won't support you decision be a cabinet, but take Kibiana, may you. I don't know, say, this two argument, I don't know if you get my point. Say, not code of ethics, not code of conduct to be a and maybe Dr. Baumia Bush on answer when you saw, and we are different. President Kufuor, yes, and she says,
always say, you bring a code of ethics or conduct.
And the Amamu will be our said, yeah, center left, almost center right. Will be our said, push Obuni mine. Omi NPP.
The point I'm best made.
Almost so there, Abua, yeah, the engineer. Yeah, no, Munya pe NDC. Yeah, ideology, any NPP ideology is different. It is almost to say, only code of conduct, only code of ethics, beyond the more party no buying. And as somebody be protecting the government, the seat of the government, there. We don't have any issue with them. But President Mama is setting this record straight, making sure, say, cabinet decision be a better kibiano. You cannot go and sit somewhere and say, "Meme for so." On for so, that means we are buying in Yajuma. You go and sit somewhere because you go for be go so that one more money share the same idea, no, will come on board, will come and serve. What the upper misbehaving there, you. A general minister be an man over the Sanshi, dear ban, or the Busona would over to crime. Would the Busona cabinet decision? Ubo overturn and answer by almost all the challenge. Would the Busona also say one of our guests to crime said your pay, Uber to call our brown chief of staff. Trust me, we will take you out. Because, Magari, me, I'm a TSCA. Say minister be, I don't want to use any minister as an example, but say minister be too quiet. Not the girls too quiet. Minister be quiet hampers. No, they are on mine sika quiet. Minister be quiet gift. I brought 20,000. Minister be quiet car be and I say be a gift be and I say why my young one declare the state of asset. Magari, me and Nasa for my better. So we busame. Say minister be A B C D. Added in a code of conduct now. Move on your Umusame. That's the reason why I say we are re-emphasizing, we are re-echoing what President Mama said. It is a ubuswa. Yen mau kwai e mau nyen yope. Ubuswa emrane ni wuni. Metia no ma sabi me no hwehwe nkomo yi. Me be waste me time say yes entu kwan na no ga akotu kwan. Entu kwan na what you call our uncle chief of staff. We are not going to waste our time discussing this because the government is busy making sure that we create sustainable job for the youth. The government is busy making sure say yebema mabu na nya adwuma ye. across the length and the breadth of this country. So, won't even for our personal interest and our personal gain. MSA, I'm a mona president. So, this is the code of conduct. This is the code of ethics. Let's make sure that we stick to it. Let's make sure that we respect the order coming from the presidency. My Jerry, you say, boss, my person, no, I show that you are there. President Mama shall say A, B, C, D, na me, John Dramen Mahama, we hear my bema, meeting me on Yajuma. Opas on the Yajuma, Diso Sabi, Ukopo, Bano, Baris, who will be. And you mean person of auto fried rice, Bremini, Shell Hanoma. My Jerry, so power batako. Upo Baran to but a form crab at Shanako. So him so with me and this my president, Mamma Yajuma, and Mara Busso, no quarter chain. Masanko for me, we don't want to mention names. But say ya me adom so near the ministry appointment number 1. Me man just say your property and I say your bottom adi.
Etina just say so be challenge bibia. Challenge it internally. One would challenge it. Take a decision. You can challenge it there. But you cannot come out publicly on radio. Now Nigeria bet you radio now be exposing the government. That's not what's going to happen. So if you want to challenge, you see, me casa me penena Kufuado at that critical time. There wasn't any code of conduct. There wasn't any code of conduct. No. But this time there's a code of conduct. You see, if you have any issue internally, while we are having the meeting, we are having the conversation, raise it up. Okay. Mr. Say 13.3, Yentis on Fanco 12.8. Yentis Fanco say, yeah, we are majority carry the vote. At the end of the day, any part 10 say, Yanko, any part 2 say, Yanko. We move on. But what you can't say, you call cabinet meeting, no, Namen Peneso, and media. No, the moment you come out, what breaching the code of conduct at the president of the land, that means, SMA quarter and chain. As I say, Yamau Yade, Echo quarter and chain. So there are some things that you are making sure say President Mama and Shisha or Diabano. Yeah, you know, so some people have no code of conduct be honum. And Dr. Baumia say no because of the code of conduct, President Kufa de buy it, no one to me, Mab and Chain Casa. Anything a while money, they are fair enough. But there wasn't any code of conduct. Okay. That's the reason why in charge John Bodu to me Bab on Chain Canada. Now Gideon Bakusa Bab on Chain Canada. But this time around, this is the code of conduct. Who to me Nimbrano so a massacre and chain. Ubeti medimbrana so diso cabinet meeting. We are not saying say a autocratic you will be antimin kasau, but you can challenge internally. Whatever that you want to say internally, you can say it. Nobody is going to stop you. But so be bab one ten be man central for be president Mama Serenia Basa. Abe gune nu masidi. These are the things that you are speaking against. Say we are not going to allow that. Once you say or say President Mama the code of a conduct you can idea be. Who say will be 20,000 no? Yeah, movie van go any 30,000. Any problem? Obi the brewa. Yes, he declare. But the fact that it's being documented, yeah, about public will be a hundred. Trust me, I did be obi the brobian obi me hunu. You declare your state assets. Oko hampes ya one kasa botumska. Untimi for our girls. Any obusian phone to kwan rough be ope. Ubutu kwan chief of staff. Yeah, they are shedding the papa at the 2 honum. We are resetting the country. We are saving a lot of money. And yet the MP before you know mutukwa basa you misusing state funds. No, that's not what we are saying. Yeah, makwama we end this in your uncle talk abaya japade and say you want caso japade. Young form abaya sa sending your man faster than people for your my Ghana man. We are protecting the public purse. We are protecting the properties of your my Ghana there. Making sure say yes, she show my Ghana. You see, some people for quarantine by Agana. Unia President Mama, your man bear 12 years. Between your mate, the woman forcing down so me do your say, and Kagana de Bisha Crabeno. Bosumi 9 pony, bring your quan for a young one pool. Bosumi 9 pony, when she papa, you go. We are bringing sanity in the system. We are bringing the integrity in the system. We are bringing accountability in the system. We are making sure, say, we a minister, we a public servant, we a whoever who serve under this administration, we do honey. Now ube di mraso mraso fam brancha on some said your poor my Ghana my jay utimi awodo contract farmer on kwa ho utimi ko to fie be 20 25 family
to 30
and friends there no so we can count it.
Oh nina is part of them. The family and friends. President Kufuor we under President Mahama. We are not going to experience that one way or the other. You see ubetime hunu obi a oye obi hu ni a o amamu onum Yes. But, oh no, you can go on, but it doesn't take away whatever that we are saying.
Your friends and families are not in the government. Because say men take a decision that be involve family, friends, one the other person we but well anyway. So when I say you to me channel with you because me I am not against family and friends. Me hypocrite.
Too much.
Me I'm not against family and friends. Because me say me work with say me nua bi wa ban mu. Ana me papa nua bi wa ban mu a. No opportunity be aba beda wa. Me so me qualify me ye no. No, but you shouldn't expect me to reject me. What requires me what the
sometimes
it's family and friends. I mean when I got
sometimes
and I abuse you know.
That is where I'm coming. Sometimes it's becoming too much. Oh, here say be a judge. Now I bet na parliament committee a vetting committee in no was stating clear say President Kufuor and down for power. So imagine say the case. My Jerry, send a beko. We President Kufuor no ane ba. Na ya kukuru position kese ne da ma no say ko duty free shop. Our terminal 3. We can offer no kuta finance ministry. We asanti bedi etuo. So on them no. It's like na ye ebusuafo ne nko a President Kufuor de.
Because say
there is no single government a unya obi huni wom.
And I say ye ka say. In fact me esa kan krofo bi wo de me bo bra mi o. No me ka say Mac Jerry. What boy am we educated we be no ma be so. But as at that time me can na me from me one krofo bi me from so me shallow minded. What ma gin wo from no mu di matem. She me can say data bank I say some transaction advisors and no.
They have made a lot of money.
NDC where JDM
from 2014.
That would data bank here transaction advisors. Make us answer when I say if we are dealing with maybe you'll be a make an offerata. Man penny said we are no mada. But there be an make us say data bank na there be a yen can somebody said it here. When we say ne JDM asa babiem na data Bank of Ghana for shortlisted banks bebre no data bank na the dinsham yo. It ya no Mac Jerry car sabre na udi matem no. On say this the time so kasa me bia de na ni so de ato. Esa nka wo de mebuo e de breme. Data bank na the din wo mu yo. It ya no so ye beka se de. Ye beka se data bank for ba be boy kro no ana. Ye beka se data bank for ba be wia ya ana. Politics consistencies. And you're very important. I know Java can me
no yadwe. Because there is no single government ya obi hu ni wom. But President Kufuor under Fourth Republic did worse. Because we share my appointment ama Obama me dey bi na. On say now sometimes ya na bi say say are you need conform you competent or qualified.
It's your point, I understand that you abuse the system.
That is what I'm trying to say.
First, say we are president. I be my appointment.
Unya single government. Who be who ni wom. Joyce Bawa is President Mama. Ninuya. One minister and what fast you so any new. So why President Mama aid me boy? Why the aid ya? And you know the credentials ne the level of the competency who deserve a jumano. That's the reason why I make us say there's no single government about unya ubi hu ni wom. But Mac Jerry, President Kufuor de no na broso.
Okay. Me dan say William Sangbo abetna say be kan ho. Or you member of the MPP on my national communication team, former vice chair Edema Okaiko South. What's na say? William to say? Wanya.
Nyame e dia chair.
Okay.
Say ya sorry ya betra hana joy and then I fed there obi mama different definition and I say different I say you see families and friends in the dear obi dear ne doors and that just say nyame oni edi ni ye say maybe beba Nyama ye beka ne nyina no e ba be ye ne ba pim ye bo se gbim
samom
na fe de ye ne yeti on na me ba na me tie mu no me ba me pack wase na me tie mu ball no so ya me de ti me hwe ball no kakra na me tie
o ba betra no do na yo ball
na me tie mu no na me hu se Magjerry se mu binu se nya muso be nipa be 100 wo Ghana
aza ya so na ma vo mpen o ya so kwanso ni eniska
because Magjerry nyima bo ho a o statica time na MPP or power na ma for feel say e bia na o support ye me kai ba ko ye se fu ye de be politics pese ye be kan wansem electricity pese ye be kan wansem what
dollar exchange
dollar pese ye de be ye politics santa ye kan ye nyam say oh dabi e bia na Magjerry e support ye but nemani bo wa o be ye be ko no na be pimo na fe ne una wo hye ho no the Magjerry nyame hye na omo ahoden na emma yare ni failures de ye twemo Yesu Kristo dem
amen
because ahoden a wo de ye adwuman se Magjerry be ba adwuma no pa Magjerry be ye adwuma wia Magjerry be ye adwuma enwumre Magjerry nyame emma o ma ho ban na bibia obeye bia no enkusiw yiye ana ensiw yiye
amen
na me faso na mechia o kan ku sat fo nyina na mechia Greater Accra Regional Chairman Divine Agohum any ni executive Mama Joan no nyina mechia wo mo na mechia me krom for lower manya krobo noaso exactly na noaso kolenya mechia kolenya fo nyina me nuanu mo kole mechia obia ena omo ko jaye akosombo weekend ya ye ko ye me nephew eyie no
what fa say
me what fa say eyie no nyumre
eto akosombo da na order me shada akodi weekend bi o
Magjerry yen hwe se yen fa nhye next week se na yen ko akosombo de chese okọ ho enu ti gbingbin bia o o se o ti gbingbin de bia o be ko
bibia de kama o
bibia down very siren area otimase ebia la ndo be wa ko cruise kakra e wo efense do the princess ho no
yeah do the princess say no dia wo ho no say ba ko bi e she
oh yeah ya no kama
eye adwuma say
eye adwuma bojuma rough
sa e wo Magjerry story
Magjerry bojuma pa live band
yes live band wo ho pe e be bia be nya country music bia no ne ya form ho no okay
bosso pa enti mechia me dawo nyina se mo ko jaya kuso be ni e ko da ho 3 days na from Thursday to no Monday me dawo nyina me krom for match rodo wadi mechi e di akọ akusobo e ko ye ne se ye nyame enhira mo nyina Magjerry me bano na me tie me nyan no kan Dr. Baumia decision so can say at cabinet I can say 11 no for aso but uni when na obeka say o ba be kan abonti say me na me mfo aso because yen nyina yenim say family kra no ye family meetings a decisions bi wo ho a ye be take your family na enye o adwenu no anan say enye wo de but I be mo be wie no na mutu aba enti na dodo no wini a you are part of it hamle me odie no enti say at cabinet na Dr. Baumia can say on faso but a collective decision enti na che say okan bia ye nuanu ma DC for say amunti bi da amuso amunti bi da say Dr. Baumia be cancer but ene eno na President John Dramani Mahama e da beto yi say wa cabinet you better agree on something our cabinet now be bad bounty because say faso dia na say wow you sack yourself I know there me nyan say ya depa no ye dede no boom ya depa oh ya depa but say ko beji atu no can say oh afena matia say nientia Dr. Mahmoud Baumia say do anya mi de no mi ka ho no na nka Ghana fo hu say ampa enukre eno ye den oka and say the reality has done in him say say oka nokre and I say ofwa Dr. Baumia so and I say or catch the Ghana for say, okay, Martinia, Dr. Baumia, no can I feel a Matthias here. Say a cabinet meeting, dear, and yet be all personal interest, no, and yet a new way to help you. I used to know, say to about 19, and yet 10 crown on your nine, I will lose. Decision, no, I then better take it. So, Yamani Boa, son of Jerry, a will come. Say politics na ye nyama bo wa yen susu kan ne kan so a sabi yen ko yen fa adwen kom say ye mia kan me den me manja say me take decision obi so a bibisa me say okay say ye me na me victim na den na kan me ona say what will be my justification, and when o ka take decision now odwen sana then o decision debia no e be right. But when the things there and you'll be before and a day at their net num until my sunny net no men chichenu why that a do so come a be ma be do says see na video na o share one and then na end it for say oh election tin na be can say na on fa so ba na implement no and then achi omo abebo mo bu say gbem say Mike Tyson blues obo to me bo bi kuku mo to me say nipa no wa shake eno bi na eyo mo ene no. And so politics na ye no say na da bia make no it is hard time e say kan okre but Ghanaians are just say omuni the free politics so because the first say oh yes ade no undim pefre say ade ami ye dede ami ye komgum no ade no enye no krenzo nipa dat no amnya nani akata nani kegum okengum no benya power na wi a na fede no den o hye ho no enti ene fede me nkoti a o na do dan kwaku fado emfa samra bi mai court of ethics bi am mai enti Dr. Baumia Satan na nke so kan oh Mark Jerry Sabio nanka common sense kwa ye fie kura no ye kan bibi na sa oni mama ni papa no nua no transi na ma take decision na wo waka say no ade mwa but omo kan no ma jituma eno no common sense po say you don't need to go and tell obi say me na my then me the man faso omo kwa na mo faso oh yes na oh say ade you don't wait for anybody to come and say code of ethics for you to know say na me ye wrong and I yen sa so ene adena abepi omubo na omuhu se na omuhu ekotoku amudi events jama begum ene na abane sa no ene no afede o see na lobby eni ho sa enuti and Dr. Baumia keso ka but he has forgotten say Dr. Baumia no fifie he has forgotten say Dr. Baumia no yejimo international organization city onim court of events ethics onim nyama ye ya efata onim nyama ye ya emfata. You don't wait Dr. Baumia on chance will be back at say yes say and I say men yes say answer na ye onim ne fata na say ye fie kra ye nim o mama eni o papa titi wa ye ka che onema bi ye say openye obi ba papa ho na ne kasa na ye mbisa wasema emfa wa no ntum bagye remember sani ma no ye dia tete ye nti wunim dada so don't wait say obi na be ka che wasana wa ye den wa ye enti eye say abesom nkon na omuhu baby omodu be fa no and I feel the na law ni wanti kan obi de so kan di Ghana fo ehu nipa NDC fo now family and friends hey enam so yesan kan say na do lagwa ku fa do nya de Magdari oh God of Israel just say ya le man na Ghana fo mpese be fire serious bi o no because agro you see say ye twakwan na ekwan no emefi a ozo ekwan na ye trodo ekwan de dim e correct but ekwan ni ba be pimu fie ye bebubu fie pa o say ekwan am otwa de enye eno bi na NDC for the year no and I keep saying say NDC omo niema bi a omo ye no emwa oman because baby no kwan da no nipa da so ni be kata na ni no abom 2000 them na NDC for anka oman mu a. But when they had the opportunity to be in parliament, no, I'm say politics now, no more. In take consider ben, any you be can no create Ghana for. Say, idea asimasi ye. Say mimpo ebia man sir. It next time no. Say ni ebeti me aye. Then who catch Ghana for say ampa. You are looking for the way forward. But then friends, families and friends. Hey, maybe no year and now I'm CEOs for banks, a whole banking institution. Yeah, there might be sir, uncle or uncle Sanquine. Uncle or uncle Sanquine, and no, you see, and your family and friends. You never a month for some board ni institutions. I want some a month for you, a month for Nyanum. And so, and this is for say, and the omunte her, and then the omusi a okay. Basanka and another damn quackufado and young for damn for dia, nay a bonnet. Yawa, and you who my coso. It is said, sign this for. Said Sandy Mana. A bomb so dear, almost no behind too much. Ghana for and yeah, ready some betty Sandy Mani Bumu. O see and ya, chum tom. Ghana phones their families and friends, no, and yet. But me make us oh, yenso ya be by the end of the kit to be send Benny a canisano. I didn't yet. Ain't a kit to a cry, and yet. Sabi, because we have 4 billion. Now we are Jamwa, and I said go to cry. Omunya den krono no mo boy stealing bia stealing ni stealing mu kese bia e wo ba bia it is office family and friends nya tom na
family and friends betu matwa mu abem
na sa omo no mo ka mo ka sa omo anka se o na do dan kwakufa do family and friends anka we nya history say na o ka enokra Mark Jerry because onu ya be so qualify o only am being so qualified no bet me aye ejuma. So it is high time ye be jiatum say family and friends ni de e be ejuma but then pen say ye be manage na enko fast member then training then orientation na say dey my family no mo say obi ma ejuma as onua be ye president onua be ye CEO onua be ye minister no mo bibi say nya. You should know, say, one pona say, who deliver no be a money, say, man. Because say, be a foul. Say, President, for time, I find Indian as defense minister, no. O boy, you mama Ghana, or be a bonny, say, me, man. So, you cannot say, and no, dear, baby, ye film. But when Obia ye dear, and yet, oh, ye dear, or say, yeah, and no, dear, as an Ghana from a booth for more. And then I can say, okay, say, and maybe not criminal, Nanado, okay, say, yet. And all the boom, the bodero. I said, you can take a TV swat and one on our car. But then ya tam kuchu. Edia money banny dear. Why am mumu? Sabi. Ya tam kuchu, edia money banner or cost sacoin. I'm so this some jing and go sacoin. So this some jing. Some year PMS and I know a
yeah. Well, way.
Ketia kwaku nketia
and the kwaku was
now some energy minerals bibi which is a on am share baby coming no ayekese no coming no ayekese no I nam wo hu no enam no redfish hu no gaja e wona odi ni bana ko hye so nko sankwan na ne enya no ne e de ama omo family ni aban mu no ne enya no ne e de ama omo na tam bank the am bank a whole bank institution e the am general secretary yire ano de am see e okay but say and then another dan kwakufa do de e boni and no na and them make say omo watch omo hu ne omo ye because nema mo can say oh na nye nyina mo buy no mo ye more than that but be a juicy institutions no and na de omo de pia omo ma ne omo yire no ne omo nua no e hihye ho ne omo ma enti Mageri family and friends no de kan ya de boni ba se no ana kokweku menu ye na o se anya ada na kojo mensan de o se ono de obetimi aye enti ya de bia we cannot take it out of from the politics because nobody you knew bia you can trust and sabi abrofo when they are working and they look for trust me knew broni bia ye juma say me I don't deal with qualification I deal with people I can trust. And so when who say expatriate juma koswa they look for trust among for they trust you and they build them up to the task. Enti Mageri media family and friends in the me I don't have anything against it but saying you to say we cannot run away from it. The more opportunity now they mess up now whatever a friend say punishment I see the mom no yenjai law no na from mom but to say obi ye de enye na wo de obaya wa be sesegum eno de Ghana for they are fed up Ghana for person bet is asem ne biom so be kan say wo de na wo ye ne de enye too much but obi de too much krono bia ye krono Nigeria say enena ya inaugurate nyama code of ethics
Nigeria Jana
Nigeria
and then I said declaration of Mampania ni abrio
oh Nigeria na ye den nane abro no oye den enye extension no sande man
sa extension e be see
oh Nigeria
Ochina
Nigeria
asa wo apply reasonable force bia at least o ma one pull tie nti Ochina na e be see Ochina no kra na eye ne 120 days accountability no de be magana for it was one year yeah all the sanctions ago and your step in the right direction
oh yeah say you Ghana ha ko Ghana say no oh Mark Jerry na say you why ache yeah prepare be be ni atambe abrem o chanwumre oh
aye nyina ye ti
oh Mark Jerry
yes
opoto bibi e de abrem o chanwumre say oh omo man declare ni nyina no ya mom amnesty yes am another 2 months yes okay me say Mark Jerry bibi be so okay me de niame nim no say Ghana for say enye wempo na ehia omo sisi ya Mark Jerry see ehia ehia san ehia fata anaba Ghana for say ni ehia omo sisi ya no say 24-hour economy say Ghana ni benya adwuma ye den aye because omo nuanu man ka omo nya bibi kakra support omo no so obaye no wayi omo di enti say ya omo nyina da zero enti omo nyina da zero na nka all the 24-hour economy na bananka baako so omo ye mienu na miesa na ofi na baako nya obetimi onya Gary crown bi ni we no betimi aden ahye Gary no onya no crown no waji Gary no from sem Margery school feeding for so to omo kan school feeding for o to omo kan
I dey
amanfo disika ko tum niam be go se me di ba be feeding kwala no ya man no notice and one say yes you contract
no ni ade ha ba say ye terminate ni dey me no problem with it because me say school feeding dey aba bi aba terminate no dey no profile
no problem
but say wo mo twen ya ma wo mo kodi dwa na wo mo school for bi school ene e ho na me wo
and no problem na e wo ho na me ka say aban sabi oni onyam anasa ye kan say oni tima Margery na do dan kwaku fado ohia for dan for take over no within 2 months no we declare free as just so say in kwalamo ko school to me pesa obi abetranfe obi away ale party odo ba ya school feeding kura o ka kire say wo mpo wo buy kura aponchi kakra no me man kwala na ede anye biedu wo school afedi oba ya omo aponchi kakra nso maye omo eye duane ma omo nso no adwuma no wagi from say Margery da bay na wo award new contract na sa nipa no wa go pesika no koto nyama di abresku mu ansa wabenu asiku wabenu duane ama nkwala no Margery ka kire me so wo ji adwuma na ene no agwela bie school kwan the one na be video Margery one na be feeding nkwala yi the time I be ma because you see I feel no more ba cha ma party for na party ni no oni we me na mka kire o oni we enti ye chema no kra I feel no so kwa ko lobby obi e ko bobuzion obi ho no dia best start enti manje da ben na obewie nyema yo kan so fra party ni o kira na ka je say ma school feeding kra Margery sani pa no best start adwuma na ye so nya no less than 100,000 because school feeding no timi nko dwom koto nyama 1,000 na o de abefie na o de abaye aduane enye yi obeboka bro eso koto ni boom na hona obanya bibia de kakra na obaya wetwem enti yenkwala kra o mo school omo nya omobo ehiamfo ma ho nya nipa momobium ehiamfo ma se ye be hwe o ma ko school akosua bibi kakra no afede o mo hu kra nya emobobium na nduane ne motivate ehia for mama om ko school Margery ohia ni ba onim se me wo fia me nye bibie ndi Jerry me say ehiamfo yenu bi nema ye fem no me hu se obi ebra na akama kuma Jerry last week me kosra madam for bi oye party ni na me kosra no me niti ni yi chema ho na nime ndi nkomo no the next door neighbor no Jerry ni mabeye 2 amo JHS Jerry beye 2 o'clock no Jerry na dani umbedi ne bi ni ho eno mma bi besre then me nipa na me call ne ho no gari na me nipa no di mon gari no gari o se ni man use ama yi sa sugar boli akabe enu have eno tam di man no Jerry it's a true story na make a no eno tam di man no na speed in kwalande di wi gari no Jerry nyame hu ye hiamfo mobo nyame hu ye mobo speed in kwalande di wi gari no na me hu se no enso mo and I'm from mama because yenum ya brebi die ye hu so bi bra e kan yakuma and I'm from mama na man 100 Ghana cedi Jerry menim hwa wasuma se nkoto more any a friend say cassava do ni manema no mo to meko no mo to we no mo be dane on be da na onim omkoto fresh fish kakra bi and na omkoto okro bebre ni se na be ya e kwan no be bebre but enam no de akitu e bi pe se na be ya sa e kwan no e be sustain him for maybe 2 days. Can you imagine? So nipa say no se ni mano duane ni school a onko bi because efie duane ni fie school so John Mama contract we twem e ma duane bi ni school nsa kwala no wase omo. That's the situation John Mama e dey awem. Yes no se ni mano to me top pizza. I was talking to me brother me senior brother ni my America by and I mean no catch ne ye can your friend say e bin mo pay and he say oh ni pay ni 1,000 e bi wa 10,000 and now you clean our baby I 200,000 and I na quantify no me say daddy so she can buy pizza every day sanu question kwala ni bisa me it is sanu penalty want me top pizza every day say bia oh and the pizza don't me come it made the pizza on sanu penalty me top pizza because pizza no e bebo wa kitwa no cry 160 pizza no kitwa no cry 160 weekend ya kwa koso bo a me ne me krofon ko ja me ye Sunday enyume na me so me ni omko ekotra me pese me bo hotel ni bidi pizza kitwa no 160 Ghana cedi e wa koso mo hotel bi enti Jerry se o feel say nkwala no omuhu hia o ana say school feeding na ye ma omu na hu hia and the John Mama you are getting it wrong Mr. O chira make sure say nkwala no benya bibie di ye hia for mama say me time me go school no wait na ya omu de ma enti me to school mu because the man wait na o bonu zewe no ba fie ye no bi ya bre bebia ye fini bebia ya be do sese ya no ya bre ti John Mama ye srew hia for money bi ewo ho ehia for mo ho ba enti so school feed na or the politics ni dia onyi ni something na enrane nkwala ne nya duane ndi
oba se omo nka so omo nrane ombe rane but omo say time and na you wrong enkwada ne ma kwan na ko terminate na what the so berry award ya na wa award na what the ama monkrof and they need challenge with that but
me need challenge ya say what GF will be semo Jerry that is not my challenge o my challenge is say duane e ne school mu sese ya no eno ni me how because only beautiful mat say yen dia ye nimbe bia ye fini obra ye fem it when you are denying people sanima kiti bia and motivate your doses na obinya bia na oyi fi ho a preko pesa na no planning na emi ya papa one brother there na unim ba se one brother na ohun se enen kwara be koskwa ye mom duane a e be kan akoma the Mr.
Okay.
Your President John Dramani Mama in Kuala de mom duane no enya grokra Jerry na me can say ahwande a on the terminate school feeding over ahwande no fala fight galamse
I think I'm so fight no mo chichen
Jerry na galamse soldier for club constitution chairman for club room Soldier for
Over their
crowd.
fight. People are being arrested.
Oh, man, Jerry. I'm not catching say 2 weeks ground. 2 weeks ground do not just say I'm saying you should hear monyo. Man, Jerry. What you say excavators in the beer and I menyo cry. Ebi right. Oh, man, Jerry, you must know.
Excavator, you're right.
Oh, man, Jerry. Auntie, so much my excavator. Your friend saying interior minister. On one can you say excavators in the beer there. Ayira, baby, I'm going to see Ayira. Oh yeah, on one can you. Anything I make say.
Me say excavators na komo de koye adwuma no mo return.
Dabi, I'm say Ayira. And I me can say e bia ya Ayira wo emlenti. Omo so mo de Ayira etika. But I'm saying say SCB that now you did not what me say no. Then it means say you are planning for the future. Then it means say you have the think and know how. Because unche baby a unam baby obo form no. Udu obi no san bo form ma magje say bo wasom. Magje let say o hian tete abiom. Unam onim say have value ho and to do the first time no obo form. Next time oba be do no o steps no wasesem. And then Ghana for here say by this time galam say nanka insu na niati wine. Nanka by this time no 24-hour economy no industrial area the company be ten na be 24-hour economy. We start
24-hour economy na yes on ba be sisi.
Oh, Marjorie, answer Marjorie, and no son of country.
Existing ones.
Then 3 months, 120 days into government now, 24-hour economy now, would the year campaign song. Now see any day 24-hour economy or no can be become member. Hey, and then you more time you know, and I see the answer, and I pen drive now, sign you no go no ashe.
Asem papa na bo. Asem papa na bo.
24-hour economy. Oh, Marjorie.
No, girl, them do to. And I said 24-hour economy. Woman got some.
No, me say, Marjorie. Juma no campaign promise. See, na do don kwaku for do take you over. 2 months the campaign promise. 5 years no kai. No dey be boho. Enti by this time no what by industrial. Hey, companies will be around 24 hours. I sat here and I told you, say, in my experience, in my field, no, nyomukano, rather. They don't know what it takes to cause the 24-hour economy. And I've said, I'm buy you better translate and you better give them details. What and what you are supposed to do and start 24-hour economy in a and our company one does baby running 24 hours, 10 years, 20 years ago. But there's something reason why I'm running 24-hour economy. The one you think say every company be able to running 24-hour economy, then you are dreaming. It's my Jerry. Okay, 24-hour economy no my. Now 24-hour economy now should be my jumana and yeah ready. Oh yeah, omo ye juma so what amomo. Abayin there. Yeah, get for your fine pie cranny. Nkola ko school you see ye momu dwane biom. Omo ye juma ya saki omo. Ejuma no so ye mbie bi ye. Ye call ya na ye buy. Abana ye ko to ye no. Fa so ben pa na wo say Sebi, me near to your NDC ni, but they be an for the same family. Me family, me brothers ni be NDC. Enti ka, me fan say MPP mama Juma be na me ya no munye Juma. Magje ye no no ofia, o me no mundi. NDC for no mundi. Somebody pa. Enti ye never buy ya me MPP ni na ofo say me MPP ni a me ye Juma, we yi medin so. Who NDC for me no mo me family so, almost there and come back we. And that is the country all run is a sian. Nemo promise ye na onya bia. Ena kakra na ewo ho no so wo sake amanfo. Yes, mo. They should rewrite their notes and know say Ghana ye nyina ye dia. And to promise bibi na to me nya. Just come and tell us say I'm sorry. 24-hour economy when I thought say friends say be best serve njata friends say alliance wo you better some say you better plane alamba. Na they are save jata ye mama jata ni ne ma fresh meat enya sa ne kan ye see weather for ye be mo ma ye djuma najo weather for no so ntwen o ko fiti shops no weather for no ntwen say ye be ka so mo ko djuma no anajo ye weather for so mo nti o mo kan fita for nti o mo kan enti ne ma o mo kan kire no so mo be ye no enya no na ye hu sese ya no odma se Someone's can name catch somebody their Ghana for 24-hour economy. Now, Ghana for youth no. Sani manina ye nteshe. Kakra na nando dam kwakufa do dija munsu. Omo eden e collapse ni nyina. Ye sell mo. Ye mpese ye beti diversity implementation committee biao. Sina no omo saki omo for yi. So omo adwene se omo sabe ton companies no. They say omo ye maybe a twim under former president John Dramani Mahama and as under PNDC law no. Ye sell mo. Ye mpese ye beti diversity implementation committee bia say ye ba beton companies and no tin na ye man for Ghana for din some ko transfer ye ni what they can do ye ni momu I now man start to say CJ cry ye pamu no yi se see ade Ghana ni dey say politician ba bibia the only sector arm of government you mean say investor ba Ghana Mark Jerry investors are any omo dealing the only chance ye want omo want say Ghana judicial system ni dey and no yen she head every 4 hours and every 4 years and every 8 years. And the onim say MDC ni and MPP ni bi dinya. Emra MPP government was no. MPP government free so the same CGA no be wo the new president beba obetimi akọ akọ judgment and I say nipa na obetimi nya ne sika. But Mark Jerry, the moment you be CJ free hono, ne means that CJ nso ba be political no. Mark Jerry, what it means say investor ne de sika ba na sebio MPP ni bi edininya ana NDC bi dininya na NDC for no money chief justice no kwa sa case no atlanticate. Me na me ka kire o. Eni e basa na youth no ne be bre investor ni only hope no say judicial system no be ye adwuma. Say obi monochroma Mark Jerry, madam for Chinese bi onim Obi wiano 2 million Ghana cedi ntini bofu wakolo sik factory no. Investors, farm sika eyo mu ya papa.
And that's 2 million cedis there factory no we go no.
Yeah, eti ni bofu, we go factory no. What must say? Enti say na we hu say enti NDC abai say NDC ni na sa na NDC abai ya NDC sa banya ni CJ there. Sa case no. Just say yes o twaso. Because NDC ni chief justice na ba no forget it. That is the system na eba so. And when they don't know say nema na omu yen decision na omu taking say na dey ko a and dey me punu wan kire omu say investors no those are the things they look out for.
Okay.
Omo mani ma ho.
Right Ojama. Yeah. All about to be on young him.
You see MPP for omo problem back home one say if what we are the omo say no omo pese president Mahama mfa bosome na mehihye ni masa ye nya ne sa o
na samo so ade bosome na ya na no man bi wa mo de bom ho asafo nyini
o di mfie na ba be se ne ma be botoro kan obi abode bosome nan ahihye ne ma me na kwa
exchange rate say yes eba form
13 anyume ya check 1347
na no de mo va mo asafo
no but na me ka say yeah ahihye ne ma no it's a systemic logically yeah ahihye ne ma you don't expect the president to use just 4 months you see yeah ahihye ne ma don't expect president Mahama to use just 4 months to repair the damages that you cause. No yeah nya sa ma sa mo go position che yo we say wo fu na enten ko da so ho ugo position na anu ye kakra udi ye no wafunda so enten koi. So stop making it obvious like SM Makofie now. Person my mom and minority leader or to police for na twede. SM Makofie be 10 years ni. Ukofie be 4 months ni na wo ye de na e na president Mama. But you don't use just 4 months to finish all policies and promises our the Ghana for 120 days in office e watching. You are trying to attack at the Kodiana Eba na Nyamidu Yenimpo. Say BBA nim. But within 120 days, me kase me kami jama one kase obetuma bubo nema be president Mama deliver. The promises are okay 120 days. Obe set up committee. Obe yi levy free ho. Obe yi emission tax free ho. Obe me say committee be review fees in high. Obe running lean government. Why yen yema bebrebe and we are going to throw it out tomorrow. Enti me ade otie kana 24-hour economy ni enti mi fa mai eni enti fa mai aban de be this say afa na nya bosome nan. I was expecting you to shower praises on the president say oh president Mama ba ye no why ade bosome nan ni. Now at least o man score kasi bia obe why ade ABC no be wode aba. If you don't have anything to say, it's better you keep quiet instead of saying say the president ban or may be bia and NDC for and other cocaha, nada cocaha, and NDC for and now my say and a galam say no man to me uncle and I'm fine Gosia and a massa. That is not what we are talking about. School feeding now work on once a month. Presidency will terminate the contract. But for you to say, or more the common way, the party for now, mobile and CPP for Nayana. Mobile MPP for Nay. Mimi consuency be the Cosiana Shanap and the Copperman and Chadoma. Consuency organizer. MPP for the no, Okasama mem. Okasama mem. You are not the one in what capacity. Bese consuency, e be the Cosiana Shanap and the Copperman and Chadoma. Consuency organizer, Copamono. That time, Quano executive member. Yet the Cosiana Shanap and the Copperman flew. What the Alpha Cosiana Shanap one pamo. Yama letter say Adriana one of Fakufina no Mankudi. Now and conform from it to us. You are here saying, say, Yaje from 7 or more demo Mocrano, or Muniska Cromo Bay. Massa, let me tell you, this NDC government, we are ready to serve the country. We are ready to reset the country. And then Monam, and I'm catch Ghana for warning for say, I'm a moon yet for tat. Now the momo ye no mama my and they admittedly one chat to say move a bottle come over sell my Ghana. And they saying rated are saying Juma, we are resetting the Ghana, resetting, building the country that we want systematically, fun one by one, touch by touch. And you're building the what Yanama with the
exchange rate, you know, a be significant now costing.
Oh yeah, sounds about Papa. And a finance minister papa what in near Mawaku school need the any textbooks JNB. We your friend ato a juma to forcing bond mark so will be a cosisa. We do not already a betchen on 11. It will be a course and temple.
But idea I'm buying a
significantly and the pet to cry buffer. Significantly.
But automatically I never go a woman say exchange rate buffer automatically effective. It will show fuel. Price per liter no put time who biana and you see the dollar rate.
Safi owns my papa.
And
so 120 days social contract now president mama near coin.
But some of us baby a yejina who there.
Keep a video.
Where who be down?
Yeah, but Emudi hina unye president kufa tamu say. I say president mama shenia makaka.
After 2018 2019 now FX committee.
Oh yeah jumana.
But we are praying
for more. Now we Franklin Kudu But what we are saying is that we are expecting something more. We are expecting something good. President mama deliver. And before the probably be na chemo. And then nipa 88 na mo mra shebi me maka me se mra shebi dwom ho ye mamo ngo fufuo mo ko speaker ba ben yire fufuo mo pepa parliament ho because 88 me ho adwuma bi amoye ye fro to force yire hwe fufuo ye fro se be wo na wa me wa wanya asem because mo number 88 me nim ade amode ye we are having the absolute majority ye boy adwuma wo mra shebi dwom we are resetting the judicial system majority no can be say na a judge for na then fine kusia nobody is ready to be intimidated judge biao meaning president mama is exercising the constitutional right making sure say adibi wo constitution be say di ejuma be ejuma president mama sure letter say just to no bi anyini free one mo maybe letter ni meaning kan bi enkofo kuo miensa na actual letter unu ayam ga akurugu Daniel Foy and a Starlight for natural petition the Chief Justice. So don't make it obvious like President Mama is intimidating someone. And the 32 year moko born and someone moko for and I'm set here. Mewa Magay. And no one crop for I'm set here. Unia penny justice you kulendi. Or no can was in enough for the President Kufado. Justice Tamen Sabonsu, Justice Gausu, or more Modom Queen, more moko for moko and moko bought 32. Most of my men are past suspension at their man and they moved the home court in the fee. But Jerry, NDC is show my Ghana. Yeah, mad did them people before yen in chain. You see, the first political party I could position in less than 3 months. We did the my Ghana. I could them demonstration. We are combo crown, Obia Grante. And now find a couple police in Yasuman could be anti some demonstration. I
found more police in Yas.
Oh, such video in a review.
Our bonus.
So, tone and son of mine. Oh,
and now,
oh, now that's na waso no wafono se bomu
me ba to de
magye na waso no wafono bomu
eh ne chene so azo pana pam
opana pampam na is it right
and you're right.
For minority leader,
morning show can my condemn also.
For minority leader to be doing this, more opposition leadership or money any. And now Bronya to be man can Japan. So if you come man and more wu, and was saying said that the any day, but you see, and never party no, and yako no beam. And then MPP, I'm from some elite party. Mun you become an lead political party more. So me expect to say more NPP for more quiet homework. Now in the next 16 years, I'm better than if you 16 years, I'm better than if you know. Me I'm a one person be do on na old house income because they say enche obeko pension. The monse party in we na won sa mera ba mu bi no. Na bia mo benya nkofo bia mo ba lead mu dia fine. But some the Dr. Baumia na say ba biem na nsem a 4 months in ye mo say ka e da hu frisi fi asa akọ worship and worship na mo bo. When was the last time mo hu say say mu je frisi fi anyom ho na mo ko worship Ghana futi. And the thank you to abeda no ka meka bi akere and the thank you to abeda no route I done exchange of words insulting left right center and na unia uofa panyini kama yensu national chairman also already draw okwakoya ade owi a obeso obesa ba bi ma.
Okay,
is it not a disgrace to your party? So this is what I'm expecting you to address.
All right,
but ochena nyame adma president Mahama 120 days social contract now when the Ghana for koye no he is going to make sure say Ghana for promises our the maya we deliver nyina no obebi ma kire Ghana for yenye 6 months and Magari me sure boss say 6 months no so a central for enu bi hia e be mam kwa mabusa questions na mo ankasa ma reti aban no ahwe ne papa odi aba me papa ba ko nya appointment ma me wish you congratulations
no
Nana Akantwa Bennett Ghana Investment and Infrastructure Fund.
Give.
And one no any DCU amano. This account to a baby I will be ano. Yakupo Emma and Quatintin on one.
Okay.
In fact, he is one of the Encofoa or Modo Mahon a bois party when we in position. Ye will be near Kobono, Echo communication. Yakobono Koya party, you man not one in the sick and the Bibiabwa. Bono Regional Youth Working Committee, so on as I chairman, Finance Committee chairman.
Okay.
It's Mr. Bennett Akantwa. Congratulations, Ghana Investment and Infrastructure Fund. Unse president, mama the creative our fund no. Ya this cartoon menu bi na mo yidi ya agenda 111 na want to men ya ba ye ba be complete.
Okay,
Mama is making sure say be deliver.
All right.
Mr. Akantwa ba bia obi anyama nkwa no ahodene as you are resuming office no. In the upcoming days, you be office near ba be chia wo, near be ma otiri nkwa. Ye nim say why ye bi pen na wo be ye wo be bo adwuma so ama na so Ghana fo nyina ani. Na president Mahama kwa whoever is coming to take over no so ba wo hu say ampa wo ye adwuma papa ne asa to so biem ye da say
on so me da say Samuel
Angeli,
yeah.
Sabi MPP in opposition a very vibrant and Afenyo Makin is doing a yeoman's job. Abranti ye juma much as the whole Ghana will be a bonabaso. Say leader idea or your leader papa. A leader is a majority leader. A Juma na
majority.
Oh, na say o parliament when the casa says here. Avenue all over the place. Avenue all over the place. As I see, I know what very a majority leader no or the national talk room what chichira no the no to oh, Mark Jerry.
I saw opposition there, sir.
And this is opposition.
And this is opposition.
Oh, opposition I'm leader and your permanent pan and your kuni at the unifio. Near can say Afenyo Markins only police needs the issue no agent as you them. You see who videos need be police in Subonibo. And no sir, now bomb bonam and bow chairs or
your honorable member.
Now police now is all protecting me no. Now police now
suppose police in that have some video me win but why train say you should be able to do what? Protecting me. Now ye nyamra sema. O say lawmaker no onhwe sir. Now only my Afenyo Markins. The most popular person, politician in Ghana today, Afenyo Markins.
In terms of arrogance.
Bibia, just say a Juma, a friends, Afenyo Markins, no. Every field, Obion say no. Give people the opportunity and you see their potentials. And I'll give praises to President Kufuor. Say he's been able to identify that young man and then wabe a minority leader, just a strong one. Wama me kai friends, some of the minority leaders, J.H. Mensah, no money. Just Nanado Dankwa Kufado, no more time, I would solid jump parliament, no more kasa. Who said, yes, Memma Kasa. Avenue has distinguished himself. Now, Ghana Nibia can say, Obia Bonabasu say, a branch or boy Juma. And is near Ayami Fellow who say, a very humble, down to earth personality. You can even chat him and then he'll respond. Oh, friend, now, or fa. Avenue to Assasa. Yami do beko baby. Enti MPP dear. Na ya can say. Yenu no promise amudi man ni nyina no. Promise papa be hia no. Aye 24-hour economy no eno ye zero ye nte ho hwe. Eno ye ntimi nya ho hwe. Eno no ye nkan say ye ba ben no greti eno. Eno na ka ye pese ye ti. Say 25 economy no ya putting all the factories together ye bibia wie ma ye ba be den into that in ye ba be inauguration and I see ye ba be chair Ghana for send a bekono and no more very silent. Galam some catching say within 2 weeks in crown we finish no and no more so ye silent. Enti abayin de or who be a airfo no me na kan say almost 30 committee now 30 of committee dey say obi abeti ma ye bi. Enti Ghana for ye to ye honfo ye mpe tokwa bia ye no kakakakaka ne enum wie 2028 na ye sisa benum na ye mfa MPP mra na ye beto ye djuma ye nim ye no so bebia ye fo say ye ya atochima no ye best treat no ne ye be ni ye ye ba ye no nyama ye promise mu no ye ba bran na ye de gu hom mu nyina mu hu say ampa ye kan ye yo ene omo nyama be hian no omo nye no mo ba committees no mo set and a friend say a code of code of ethics and amuye inaugurate nanka no dia sabi oyejuma sabi ejuma no ni rules and regulations na so the bibe kan ho a eno ye bibia na so ko bon there
medan say
ti Ghana for mo bompai man ye nkan bom ni ma party no na 2028 ye ngi governance no emfi ndc for da omase
also medan say me kan man so 0302257902 0302257902 0302243540 0302243540 Iti ya share the code of conduct Omampenyo Ochina Nyame Adoma 120 days Stewardship oberenda accountability Yedi won komo any other matters Mamenje wadwencha o Torchlight so memwajo Yeah, Charlie, it's you.
Now, pump to say, Lama make you. So, we are there.
Now go back to Boko.
You watch you maybe our conscience suit you or Chiao.
With us.
Maminkia, Madame for Nana Cassie. I'm going to have a friend and say one by DMP. I went to know Baby or be a Chiano. Naminkia, memento so incoming general, incoming national chairman, John Bodu. Baby or be a Michiano and you. Only 2016 no. Sanyama we are demonstration in Yamanema Yaka. Oman Pegini, His Excellency John Daman Mama. What tune didn't say where you are full. And he would think I can cry, although one tea out you. My name is Fuflo by so still do know that social come and a tema or more canon now. A baby super pepper. Because some medium fear my at more opposition. Wabobodi wa make wonoma omoba mbe yi omwadi ampa IGP akọ Chief Justice su oko from ya ba electoral commission ya be yi omonyina boss na sale
na IGP time and another by when you know that the over no san
oh na say na do say nimre na so ya na do say on proceed on leave
na no team man contract
nimre Woti.
Okay, what am I saying that say?
Magari, nti ye besre MPP for Momayan Kabum, Nayan Jai, Atembidia, Yataki, and Hono, Mboye, Yambua Boya, not 2028. Yantimi Yakudin, Nayan Sangi Tim in the back.
Okay, Madam say, Mamma Fado de Ho. Beba to Memajo. Yet you.
Chairman Maggie.
Yeah, do about your design.
Bra, I don't know.
And I mean, I say, and upon I come a tone crana escape me nti. Also, me that is a me now watch it or buy a wire me that's me mammy enu na watch it.
Brother, that's Yakubu and Chico. I say, I'm paying it. Brother, I don't really be glad to say, already feel how you mean. The Yemen is a big relationship on India Kitty. Many saw Yemen is a big, but you have to show. I say, I'm going to 2 years.
Jam baby and I'm in tonka.
It's still a different. Of a boy who I know my opportunity, no 2 years.
Amen.
Then they are black, and we will be at Bloom and Sunday assembly. Tell me, and they all could have the fish 1 gram. Hello?
Now saying,
And we all could demonstration 1 gram.
me call demonstration. As I'm not going to say, call demonstration.
Who call him Mama?
And my major man answer me call demonstration. I'm a copy demonstration.
Abra, you can't count.
Me call demonstration, then I mean call demonstration so that.
Okay. And your market. And your sons have been what to do. Now, for me, the comedy now. Also, the senior comedy, I have an answer. In the course,
Offense or not. Oh, to the time ago. It will be some questions at that time ago. Go ahead.
I offense of Makasaga position of comedy. Children for your tell my young MPP for previous to our home, having previous. Omama Sabi, Omuyan Sayajuma. Nafaki, the Jomu, the Sayajuma, the Dunacopo come to meet Bagana. You know, make any case. You organize the demonstration every year IGP, every NDC, parliamentary members, any by over check any markets at all. You can get demonstration this your Ghana. The family saying put some George. Hooligans put some George. You are teaching not a less member of parliament that you're trying super bra. Who to be telling some police just because you saw 88 in parliament in the Pampao, and our cost father penny, who ya done penny, who ya done penny, question, yes, so. Yes, so when you mark it, so you. Someone was let come to some of the aggression because I say, senior Nippon, bro. Chai, you have to bench you. And yet they are, you better couture. It's almost spread demonstration. Omo who you be, pepper spray on the hot water on the rubber bullet on the when minority then echo demonstration also barricade. So police for pro open the top black man in penny for but it's one of your far so and now who are for your markets who feel say your papa say who the minority I go minority you who to me against you check we the first one the second one the best bloody you share my for your markets I'm a say galo come on you video too check.
Madam, say what can I 3 minutes? Thank you. I'm even next one. Much memoir. Yes, I know.
Ayo, the radiasi. Penny Mahama, be an share papa or their book aquam. Question ministers. Minister Bia or say or declare an asset, not on declare. Or China, they done do I also or Unifil. What Canada? Or prefer here and a movie. Be muda of fine or Pecata Sumo Masubia. I was say, Omoye. Into I said, obey declare how many minimum or 9 years, no coming, no women. I'll bet Rock and now the Akonozo, or no other name Maso. I was say, you say, your boja and son, old Odiaba. Not that I am Pacayana Subani at fair, or say, and I think a minority for a demonstration. Editia Chief Justice said, Argentina Mahama. Almost persuaded. It's just that I did be a mamma, a baker, so you be a before one. Yatum Satum as a dear own yai because I could find you be a year.
Okay.
For you be a year. ba mahama ko yebidia yesi on the etese on the emfatano enu kwaso ye omunya sa anya to sem
Medan say me for last one yanko majo
Mejo so ma gare.
you too
Ajan muni ni kasa pro fan ko beria. Chabo ko rie.
yanko pardon
Ezi ewie ya adwuma sa ama enipanda. Enam se Ghana yepemi yenti. Enti Ghana nyumre min saka wana menchia yes ke general secretary. Na menchia abanoma te adwuma pa oboma o my Ghana. Ana chia Japan chia mwano na sisi bwana na doso. Yenti sa ne wontoye. Yo da bia za be wodi mi nya buda egweze NDC beko opposition. Mesi anu ade bobo sia no. Enye nu anye litia. Ense mo mba ya o ka kire yen a enti wo mo dada Ghana for me to abama wo mo no. Sese wo be wo mo de nenam. Da ayi dollar se mi ya mo kan ya mo si aba for me a wo ya de e bo nse mani. Ba gari mi kan ko toje ba ko se Europa wo kire kikurum. Tutu ya tutu ni mem. Tamra me ton ya no mo 5 cedi. Na me ko esi 6 cedi. Ko sia ba ko na ye tere se ko 4 cedi. Na nem tin ya se dollar so na ko sia ni eniamania ko haisa. What do you say? First baby na me ko di na yamade me ton 5 cedi. Na ye 8 cedi. Me na me ka jo e de dollar na ba fo mo a ye bo nsamba president mama so ya de. And we yi la we di e de be sini party buru so. Ana sa mambet e ku yi fro e de be. Yeah, man, I am in Papua. I'm just a lady as I'm crying. Bakoya Brown. We get Kakran to leave. Mama,
okay Medan say Ebrena song a hand yedi Jumedian yedisi we be out free bia yedas I mean count enya me pa yawada ebesenhia ojama me time so just 1 minute bini yanko na me time so
me ko idea mamenchia unmunyamfo kwame ewuadako in fact I don't know how to even say it but baby papa will be no yamisha na yumre nyame onka ho na mafa akonya yiso na masere offension of force appointment na aba no whether you support it or not president enyabodi na wie emayenku huru obia emayenku twetwe obia emayenku didi obia atem assembly members no so no honorable Caesar ye nyina yenka mom ne yen confirm no pepepe magia yisi ya be afi na ya bodi afi na nkofo de be fa ho be business mesre mo assembly members ye nua Caesar ye nyina yenim said what ye wa bre yen confirm no once na aniswade hu na owo no on fa me bo offension of na enkoma ye nyina ye do bibia ase
Medan say Samuel
Yeah, Menia.
yeah
Meso Mamechia, me former MP Honorable Ahmed Atta. Na mechia godfather of Okankwesa Jonathan Odati Bedu and a former CEO of Metromas. Abet Edubahi. Baby obiano. Sa papa no nyame onye ne kese. Na otene kwam. Magderi. Nyame ensha wonso. Ene djuma pa oye ma Ghana man.
Yanda say Abusia na Torchlight na hana me DC. Media seda Emma Ayokoko Francis Obomichidom ewa ha. Ena eye me daughter so ba beta na chi na nwumre na wa owie wa go. Media seda Emma Ayo William Sangbo. Willie media se. Ena Nana Ojaba so media se. Kwesi Aboade mi supervisor. Dr. Faradek na or your executive producer and be general manager Kennedy Asantio Sene Bonichidom. DJ Bosco take over. Enya me pa yawada ye be shia Torchlight. Ne mo motina no pade enya me pa Wednesday ye de Ghana muntie ye de bebro. Nyame ko bibia. Yes sir.